There's something about this whole woodland creature thing that has always intrigued me. I mean, you got Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Dogman, whatever. In Mexico, Chupacabra. In Native American culture, bearwalks and shapeshifters. I mean, there's been a number of unknown woodland creatures that get blamed for stuff in all cultures. And so it kind of intrigues me a little bit.
According to the song, he stands about 7 feet 4 inches tall. He has human characteristics in that he can walk on his hind legs. He has dog characteristics in that he has an elevated sense of smell and hearing, superhuman strength, very fast, very cagey. He's sort of like a wolf with human intelligence, which makes him a pretty formidable character to meet out in the woods.
You can make an argument it was his creation. He wrote a song. He kind of came up with Dogman. But the interesting thing is, people have had sightings. People swear that they've seen this. So it's all taken on this monster, if you will, of its own, in that many people believe Steve Cook was then basing this on something very real, was inspired to tell a story based on something real. People swear by these Dogman sightings.
I think what's so great about a story like Dogman is that it taps into the mysteries that we can't in our digital and technological age, we have no explanation for. There are things out there in the world that we can't explain, and I think that's what makes life magical.
What drives me towards this thing is its simplicity, its clarity, and how it starts with a couple of events that happen over here, and then a couple more that happen over here, and then a couple more that happen here, and a couple more that happen here, and eventually at this spot, a couple of characters kind of go, wait a minute, wait a minute, this stuff is all connected.
One of the things about the Dogman song that makes it so frightening is that it's not a monster that's in your face, that's tearing things apart. It's the monster that's in the closet, the monster that's under the bed at night.
But this is not like a monster movie, like, like that. You don't really see this thing ever, but you see the effects of it. And the thing I like about that is that it gives the audience the ability to be a partner.
I think the idea of having Dogman, the actual real Dogman out there in the film is a great idea, but who are you going to send the offer to? You just leave it in the woods and hope he signs it?
But I love the way that Rich is shooting it too, because the Dogman is such a character, even though you never see the Dogman.
And this thing is good for everybody. It's not like it's a slasher movie and all that. I mean, yeah, there's a little bloodshed, but it's completely understandable, and at the end, makes perfect sense. That's the kind of fun part about it.
My manager actually said, "You are not doing a movie called Dogman." And I said, I think I want to.
Hanklin owns this beautiful farm with his wife Dorothy, and they're just living their lives. And then something creepy starts happening in the woods.
I play his wife, a farm wife, who has a bunch of chickens and kind of runs the show. And they don't have children, so her husband is kind of her child that she's constantly corralling.
Always, Rich brings the best cast together. We have so much fun. They're so highly skilled. More importantly, we have as much fun off camera as we do on camera. And for this film, he's garnered, I'm looking at them right now. For this film, he's garnered Larry Joe Campbell from According to Jim and several other amazing TV shows and feature films.
A good friend of mine, Kimberly Guerrero, who I did, worked on Broadway for a couple years in a play called August Osage County, called me up and said, what are you doing? I think you'd be great for the role of Dorothy in this movie. And she told me all about Rich and the movies that she had done with him.
Marianne Mayberry, brand new to being in Rich's films, but such a seasoned pro. She plays my wife Dorothy, and what a gift. The chemistry that the two of us have, it really feels like I've been with her for 20 years.
Cut.
Hey, cut.
Thank you. Chickens are wrapped. Good.
Chickens are wrapped.
She said, well, give him a call. So I called Rich and had a really lovely conversation with him. And then I sent him my reel of stuff that I've done for film and TV, and he offered it to me. which doesn't happen in this industry. Taking it off the word of Kimberly. He trusted Kimberly so much and knew that she had his back with who could play the part, that I've been really lucky that way. And, you know, so came in late at night to Rich's cabin. I don't know anyone here except for Kimberly. And immediately Rich just jumped up and hugged me. And I was like, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be good. It's been shocking how kind the people of Michigan are, and I'm not BSing. That it has been a little shocking because I live in New York right now, and the first time someone said hi on walking down the sidewalk, I was like, oh, yeah. People know how to be friendly in this area and enjoy life.
Well, we went out to we went out to a field the first day that I got here before we started filming the movie. He was like, all right, everyone take their turn at shooting, and he set up some bottles, and I think I was the only one that didn't hit anything. And so he was like, this is not good. But but I think he feels safe because he knows I won't hit him.
Run!
That looks
Nice. That was nice. That was really nice.
wow.
Yeah.
That was exactly what the screenplay, what I was hoping for.
Huh?
Man, that was.
Let's watch it back.
That's a great idea. Let's watch it back.
I grew up in the woods in southern Missouri, and so it was a joy to kind of get back to my tomboy roots by getting in that truck and driving through the field in the orchard, and it was a blessing, actually. It was a gift. I'm just a little upset that they didn't hire me as the stunt woman. He makes a mean-looking woman, and not in a good way.
And it's going great. Our biggest challenge has been the weather on this one. We usually have the exact right weather we need for every day, but this time the rain has been a little tricky, but we've been dodging raindrops and it's working out great. We have a fabulous casting crew. It's amazing, and we're getting every day done.
Everybody in this county they've just been very, very helpful, from the emergency services such as the police, the EMS, our fire department.
I was driving with Chelsea, the production assistant. So she picks me up and we start driving down the main street in Benzie County. And all of a sudden we get pulled over. I'm like, that's weird, we weren't speeding, nothing was going on, and she gives them her license and registration, and they're like, oh, okay, you're not who we're looking for. We're actually looking for someone who's been committing crimes in the area. And I have the Benzie County uniform. My wardrobe is laying on my lap. And the deputy looks at me and he says, why do you have a Benzie County police uniform? And I'm like, oh, you know, we're filming the movie Dogman. And he's like, oh, we heard about you. Go ahead.
Our local hospital happened to be renovating, so they had part of their the second floor closed off, ready for renovation, and it just coordinated very well with our schedule.
And cut.
Very nice. I started to look at who could play the boys. Since we had a solid lineup for everyone else, I thought it'd be good to have newcomers. I'd met Luke Bonsick on another film I had just worked on, and he had this quiet, mischievous kind of look about him, which I thought was perfect. Then I tested him with Tom Salufo, who was more of a kind of a leader kind of guy. I thought they'd make a good pair.
And just trying to create, Hank is a gadget man. He's a tinker around the house.
What did you do on the wide shot?
I breathed and then went, pow.
They're farmers, so they're very casual. Dorothy wants to have a little style along the way. She's the farmer's wife, but she has a little style. Frances is our artistic character, and so we wanted to bring a little more color into Frances and keep everything else sort of earth tones.
The great thing about Rich is that he always folds it in. He's constantly folding it in, and he brings people together. We have meals together. We're staying within the same block of one another. During our downtime, we like to hang with each other. It really creates all for one for all, Three Musketeers mentality that says we're in this together, And so let's make a great film, the best one we can make for people.
What I love about working with Rich is that he brings a very cooperative attitude. It's collaborative. Everybody gets to have a piece. It's fun. It's energetic. Everybody sees the magic and they're working towards it as a team.
Pretty much anybody on set can pull the brakes and say, you know, I don't think this is quite right. And he'll actually listen, give you complete attention, and try to, you know, make the best product possible.
There's something about working on a feature that it's the teamwork and the fact that you are in such an isolated place for a period of time and all you do is the job, and that comes with its own benefits. The days can be long, although Rich runs a pretty short schedule by comparison, which is nice, and they can be hard, but there's something about it. It's fun.
We were shooting yesterday the scene where they ran into a deer, and I had the headphones on in the back seat, and I was listening to everything, and I knew this scene, but for some reason when they screamed and acted like they hit the deer, it just scared me to pieces.
Action. Jeremy. Boot. Give me a boot. Take it around. Okay, cut.
Behind us right at the moment, we have just waited for cloud cover so that we could crash a car into a tree, which we have just done. We have done 2 takes, and we are now trying to do take 3, which means we are pulling the engine apart so that all of the mechanics can run, and then we're going to hit the tree for the 3rd time.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Go, Craig, go.
It's great. All right. I smell rubber.
Hey, can you push that hood down?
It is though. Yeah.
Let me on the edge. Look at that blinker on it.
Safety first.
Never gonna play.
I used some construction foam, carved it to the shape of a tibia, broke it, cut it out, and whittled it down and covered it with latex so it looked like an actual bone. When it came time to put the applique on, I contoured the bottom of the applique and shoved it underneath some latex on his skin so it looked like it was coming out of his body rather than going into his body. And it worked out pretty good.
Just a little bit.
I think that the audience is going to be a little bit chilled sitting there and maybe be looking over their shoulder on the way home.
You're never going to see me smash a $350 trail camera again, hopefully. While I'm sane, anyway.
Batman was always my hero.
Yeah, I hate doing this. And I'm also wondering where I should hit it.
Quick, like a Band-Aid.
Yeah, okay.
And make sure
Oh, yeah. Those things are durable.